Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Laurie and I am a certified neurographic instructor. And today we're going to dive into a little meditation practice using neurographic art. So if you're looking to calm your mind, release a little stress, and really tap into your creativity, you're in the right place. So I'm so glad you're here, and by the end of this video, you will have created a beautiful piece of meditative art that reflects not only your inner world, but also the peace that you're wanting to bring into your life. Let's start with the basics. So first off, paper, of course. I am going to use a half sheet of watercolor paper. It can be any kind of paper that you have available. I'm going to use some black markers. I have Faber-Castell Pitt artist pens. They're a go-to for me. I really like them, and you of course can use anything. You could use a Sharpie, or you could use any other kind of marker, or if you don't have anything else available, a ballpoint pen would work. You're also going to want to find something that you can put down color with. I have colored pencils. They are what I'm going to be using today, but of course you can use markers, text highlighters, anything that you can put color down with. Feel free to use your favorites. Also, to be helpful, I will link these pens that I use and my colored pencils, the paper that I have used here, in the description so you can find them and access them. So at this point, what we want to do is we want to consider if we have any intentions to bring to our meditation. For me, I'm bringing the intention to expand my gratitude for every single person who can be touched by this process and who participates in neurographic drawing. And that's what I'll be drawing on today. But what's yours? Tell me in the chat. I'd love to hear what you are drawing about today. We're going to start our neurographic drawing by adding circles to the page. Circles are so powerful in meditation. They represent wholeness, balance, and unity. You can think of them as symbols of your life, your intentions, or even parts of yourself that you want to bring into harmony today. And as you're drawing your circles, let each one carry a different meaning. Maybe one circle for you is representative of peace, maybe another for clarity, one for joy. Just let your hands move freely and don't worry about perfection. What do these circles represent to you? You can jot down your notes to yourself or share in the comments. So next we're going to soften things up a bit, and we're going to move on to a process that's called rounding or conjoining. And what we do with rounding and conjoining is everywhere that lines have crossed, instead of the sharp V or angles where the lines have naturally crossed, we're going to round those off. So we're going to take those corners and we're going to make them a U and fill in the back. Rounding is a softening process. Just as we have sharp areas within ourselves, when we go and round our corners, we can soften our emotions, we can soften our thoughts, and we can make our thoughts and our emotions more fluid and consistent. Rounding is also a process of integration. So where we once had individual circles, we're creating a big, harmonious, larger representation of our internal world. So rounding the corners, softening the edges, and creating that fluid movement from one line to the next. These are creating new neural pathways and really reinforcing new thoughts. So where I started with individual gratitudes with each circle, now I have created a field of energy, a field of gratitude. So now we move on to the step of applying color. And when we add color, we want to add the same color to at least 2 different sections that touch each other. This is another level of integration that we're doing with our color throughout our drawing. So we're going to color the different sections of the drawing in whatever color or hue that you feel drawn to. Right now this is a very intuitive process and there's no right or wrong to it. Just let your intuition guide you. Do you want to use that green or that purple? Maybe blue or yellow is speaking to you. Whatever you feel drawn to, know that it is perfect. Color is so powerful. It can evoke so many emotions. It can help shift our mindset. It can give us messages about what we're feeling inside. And it can bring up lots of different thoughts for us. We have lots of associations that we place with color, and we don't even realize it. So I'm curious, what color are you choosing? So as a tip, when you're adding colored pencil, it's always preferable to add it in light layers. So we start with the very lightest application of color, and then as we want to shade and intensify, we're going to add additional layers. This gives us maximum amount of control and lets us create dynamic places within our drawing that have that color variation from deep to super light. Another fun blending technique is to use a colorless blender, and there's a variety of them. In the drawing here, I am using a alcohol-based marker colorless blender. It's just simply a marker that has alcohol in it. It will help dissolve some of the wax and oils of your pencils and blend them together, intensifying the colors. You can do this simply with a little rubbing alcohol and a Q-tip. Or use a blending colored pencil, which actually helps to smooth and move the pigment more into the paper. Now I'm going to add some neurographic lines across the drawing field. So a neurographic line goes where we don't expect to see it and does not follow any regularity to its pattern. It's different in each section of its movement. Now you'll see that I'm thickening the lines here, and I'm actually decided to make these what I called field lines. And field lines represent the universal energy, the God source energy that moves through your drawing. Again, these are neurographic lines. They go where we don't expect to see them, and they do not follow any regular pattern. And just like with the rounding process before, anywhere these new lines have intersected with other lines, we want to make sure that we round and smooth, conjoin and integrate them into the drawing. We want everything to be a cohesive whole. And adding these neurographic field lines is just another way of creating connections. The lines equal thoughts, and each individual thought creates a new neural pathway, evokes new emotions, triggers our body to release wonderful hormones and chemicals, the feel-good chemicals, serotonin, dopamine, all of the things that help us to relax, reintegrate, and create a new pathway of thought for ourselves. This process is literally helping us to rewire our brains, promoting new patterns of thought, increasing creativity, and it, of course, is very mindful. It's almost like you're drawing your emotions and then releasing them as you go. So at this point, we have a representation of our inner state. For me, that's that inner gratitude. And what I want to do now is I'm going to add some finer lines and move from my figures in the center of the paper out to the edges. Nothing occurs in the world or in life in isolation, and our drawing should be no different than that. So adding those lines to the edges of the paper help us to connect to the outside world. And again, as we place these new lines, we want to make sure that we round anywhere the lines have created those new sharp angles, smoothing and integrating as we go. So now that we're coming to the conclusion of our drawing process and the foundation of our drawing, I'm going to encourage you to spend some time going through and giving more definition and adding some details, just bringing your drawing to a state of completion, a state of satisfaction for yourself. I also encourage you to take a moment and step back and reflect on how you feel. Are you noticing any shifts in your emotions or your thoughts? Drawing meditation is such a wonderful way to access your subconscious mind, and through the process, you may find clarity and peace. This practice is a powerful practice because it combines creativity with mindfulness, helping to soothe the mind while also giving you a tangible piece of art that reflects your inner journey. And if you've enjoyed this process, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up or subscribe for more mindful creativity and neurographic content. I'd love to see your drawings, so feel free to share them in the community feed or tag me on social media using the hashtag NeuroArtMeditation. I can't wait to see what you've created, and if you're looking for more ways to integrate art and mindfulness into your life, stay tuned for our next video, where we'll explore using Neurographica to manifest specific goals.